through. Siddarth Bhamre, the Director, Alternate Investment and Research at InCred Equities, is with us. Siddarth, hi, good morning, and thanks for being with us. These are the first real signs of a correction in the market, right? I mean, it may be too soon to call it that, but a couple of days now, we've seen some shakeout in the mid-caps as well. How are you approaching it? And on the index, what should the call be?
Okay. Hi, Sonia. Good morning. Well, it's too early, Sonia, because see the kind of momentum we had and what we're talking about 1% correction in SGX Nifty. And look at what's happening globally. Dow Jones is negative. Asian markets is bleeding. But last week, Nifty still managed to outperform. I think it's 4, 5, 6 weeks that our markets have been outperforming and have been in top quadrant globally, which speaks a lot of volume for itself. And if there's a 1% correction in SGX Nifty, I think we should not call for correction at this point of time. And also data is not supporting that argument that there would be a big correction. And I will tell you why. See, FIs were not participating in last week rally. And that made us to remain light in this market. And when I say light, I don't mean that we were short. We were just not long. And now Friday's trading session, the data is pretty interesting. FIs have gone long in index futures or have bought index futures worth of around 2,068 crores. And if you look at OI, it has not increased much, which means it is blend of short covering and formation of long position, which has taken net long position of FIs in index futures to 67% from 61%. So they are bullish. At the same time, you need to see where the action is in large cap, and it's Bank Nifty. Look at what has happened in some of the private sector banks, which carries a lot of weight and have potential to take Nifty higher, let alone be in Bank Nifty, just by going high. I'm going to say HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, Axis Bank, SBI, all these stocks have shown huge unwinding of positions. And mind you, most of the positions in private sector banks were on the negative side. So I am of the strong opinion that this dip, at least for the Bank Nifty, should be bought into, because private sector banks are showing a lot of positive indication. As far as your question related to mid cap and small cap is concerned, Sonia, that space has been stretched. We have seen, huge, up move over there. We have been talking time and again that how retail participation is increasing. Needless to mention what kind of advice they get at, different ends. And they have been more long heavy in small cap and mid cap space. So that is one space I'm avoiding, but large cap space, especially banking, I'm very positive on.
So you want to give us your individual stock ideas then for the day?
Yeah. So again, like last Wednesday, I concur with Mitesh. We both gave IndusInd Bank as a buy call, and HDFC Bank is a buy for me at this point of time. If you look at volumes in cash market, there has been a huge spurt in volumes, last 1 month high volume. Open interest, as I mentioned earlier, has reduced substantially. Price action is positive. This is second highest closing for HDFC Bank since quite some time. And I'm anticipating a new all-time high for this bank and maybe a target towards 1700 levels. One point I want to highlight over here of Friday's trading session, that there was a huge spike in volumes with rise in prices in HDFC Bank in last 45 minutes to 1 hour. That led to maximum chunk of volume, and inverse was seen in Reliance, where huge chunk of volume with fall in price. So there is a shift from Reliance to HDFC Bank, or probably from Nifty to Bank Nifty, which is clearly observed. So HDFC Bank is a buy. I'm not so very positive on Tata Steel. Base metal prices are correcting. We saw 10% rise in open interest in Tata Steel stocks. Prices going down. Volumes were high. So it is quite likely. I'm not saying that top has been made. What I'm trying to say is that probably the short-term aspect of Tata Steel has changed and it is heading lower, maybe to towards 1260. That could be the target. Fix the strict stop loss of 1440, because when you go wrong in these kind of names, it can be really painful. So follow the stop loss.
Well, Siddarth, I guess you've gone with the trend of the day for sure. Thanks very much, Tata Steel. Lots of caution actually across the board. Thank you for your calls. I just quickly want to mention what's happening in our market.